tour right now. So each person you go to is asking you to do 16 new bars after you just spent all that work, all that work trying to make an album. It's just like, come on, man, like quit.
Hey man, play something off my album, man.
Like they just, yeah, really, for real, man. They will suck you dry, apparently.
Yeah.
Plus is so me personally too, like watching those. I don't like when a rapper just spits a verse for their album.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, man, what is this, man? Get this shit out of it. Get this shit out of here.
When it's whack, man. Oh my god.
I'm like, don't just spit the same. I heard that on your album, man. I want something new.
Yeah.
I mean,
you be here. They be trying to. You mix in some of the schemes. They be like, man, some of them bars came from that album, man.
Right. I was like, I heard this already, and this is from the last time.
Right.
Actually,
they be going back, and that was one thing for Vince Staples, what you was talking about.
Yeah.
I know him from Wildin' Out, like a couple episodes on Wildin' Out. Yeah, he was snapping. So I'm like, yo, but I still ain't go to the music.
No, he really raps, or well, like he does his own. His sound is like this, his own little bizarre stuff. But
okay,
I
like a Tyler the Creator, like.
He's from that group, yeah, but but he's like, right. So he's from like Long Beach, which so he makes like Cali music,
okay.
but it's like artistic like Cali music. So it's like it's a lot of like E40 style stuff, but like / gangster rap too at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
got his own little flow to it, huh?
Yeah. So he's real unique there. He constantly, he's like a cool, funny dude. He's smart, thinks about stuff, but like he goes like he's like a full like a full on Crip too. like for real.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, for real. It's like he really is like about that. He's like the nerd guy of his Crip game. It's such a weird brand.
Nigga, Crip and crypto.
Yeah. Exactly.
Man, that reminds me of Lil Wayne, the I Am Athlete podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I know OG wouldn't go for this any other podcast. Shout outs.
What is this, man?
Right. Yeah, exactly. But we ain't have Lil Wayne on. But yet, so we ain't have Lil Wayne on yet.
Yeah.
So he talked about. He said he'll work on the song. He'll work on the same line for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? He said because he said so much he don't want to repeat. So he's at a point where he's finding different. He got to find so many different ways to say what he got to say. Like, and it'd be like little tweaks, like from this to day, stuff like that. Like,
yeah,
man, crazy.
Yeah, that's wild that he constantly writes that. That's the thing that like you don't think about too, is that like how many bars can one person write? Like constantly. Yeah. Just like the draft songs that don't make it too. So it's like you constantly having to write do stuff there too. Absolutely. You saying that kind of reminded me of a Kanye thing too, where so Pusha T constantly talks about like how Kanye like helps him make his bars, but Ye would just tell him to just scrap a whole verse and write a new verse. So that happens just multiple times where like he'll hear it and then just say, "Oh no, go harder." And like Push would just write a brand new verse and it's like constantly. So
go harder, man. Hey, it's always more you can do. And speaking of always more you can do, welcome to Mask Off episode 101. I'm your boy. I'm your host for the day. Mask Off, Malachi Lee in the building. Episode 101, Under Pressure.
Under Pressure.
We talking that heat. I got my man, Mask Off Dan, the president in the building, man. How you feeling, man? What's going on?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. We had a good week here. I got some good news right before this. I was trying out at Go to join their launch group. So I did get on that launch group team. We learned that I learned that around 3 o'clock. So yeah, man, around June you can see me each Sunday.
Let's go, man.
Doing long form.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
thank you.
Go.
Thank you.
Hey, show them folks what's up, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Thank you.
You expanding your territory, man. You know what I'm saying? You got the ant on lock, already pressed, already on the teams over there. You know what I'm saying? Squad on lock. So now let me slide over here to Go. Because Go and Ant, they like the two top dogs when it come to the triple threat of the stand up, improv, and I don't know why I said triple threat, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess sketch if you want.
Sketch. There we go. I knew it was one more. Yeah.
I'll save you there.
Thank you, brother. I was like, no, yeah, but congratulations, man. That's amazing. Jake,
man,
Jake shouted you out in our chat, and I knew you did some good stuff. You know.
Yeah. So like we had to try out live for the callbacks. That was the second round. You had to try out once in front of their folks, and then you had to try out live. And I had no idea Jake was there, but that crowd was like, it was a packed crowd. People really supportive there. Lots of laughs, and that's a cool way to really test out a group to see if they can handle the pressure.
Yeah. Handle the pressure. I like that.
That's how I did that. Huh?
I like that, man. Man, speaking of, I can't take that segue and just let it fall. Speaking of handle the pressure, man, because I'm doing good. Let's get straight to it. Yeah. Motivational minute, man. Matter of fact, let me tell about my week.
Yeah, talk about your week, man.
Even though that was a great segue and I could have went right in, let's discuss, man. I also had some great news. Thursday, myself, man. Fantastic news, man. I'm kind of hesitant to share it, but it's official, so I can. I will actually have my own comedy room to host once a week. I'll be booking the comedians once a week. And man, I'm geeked up.
Oh man, go! Congrats. I had no idea about this.
Yeah, me neither, man. Man, it happened so fast, man. It happened so fast, bro. Yeah, this guy I know. I've known him for a few years. He knew me as an actor. Then I got into the comedy game, and he was congratulating me and rooting for me. But he was in Georgia. He came to Detroit a couple of times, seen me perform. Second time he came to see me perform, he told me about the opportunity. He gave me the lady's number. I called her. We met. We talked. Business is looking good. The venue looks great, man. Yeah, so I'm super excited, man. I'm blessed. It fell in my lap, and I'm just grateful. I'm honored. I've been preparing myself as a comedian, as an artist, you know, and I do feel prepared. There's gonna be more preparing to do. It's gonna be more things to learn, and I'm ready for it all.
Man, that's a whole new side there too. Not just the hosting, but like looking to produce it and making sure that that's a good show and the booking. Yeah. Oh man, that's dope, man. Lots of growth going on inside Mask Off, man.
Episode 1.
That's what it's all about.
Episode 101, we turn it up, man.
It's moving up. Plus, but with that comes pressure.
That's it. That's it. And speaking of pressure, man, you got to be able to handle that pressure. Today's motivational minute is about staying calm under pressure. Stay calm, stay focused. Kobe Bryant talked about the importance and the reason that he's able to perform in late game situations. They said, you don't get nervous in those situations like that. He said, why would I get nervous? I've done this 1,000 times. I've practiced this 1,000 times. When you're properly prepared, and I know I talk about preparation a lot, but preparation is the reason that you can stay calm. It's the reason that you can stay poised when a situation tries to bring you heat, tries to throw you off your game. Because if you get thrown off your game, you can't perform properly. You can't shoot that shot like you know you should. You can't keep your composure. You'll just explode because there's no ceiling. There's no forceful discipline to keep that pressure. I know it's bubbling up, but let me suffice that. Let me suppress that. Not to say that it's not invalid, but sometimes you got to stay calm, cool, and collected under that pressure. Handle that heat in the moment of battle. Face it, that adversity straight on, and stay cool. Because you could think better when you cool. You can't think better when you scrambling and you panic. That's when decisions get made that you're gonna regret. It's your motivational minute. Stay cool under that pressure, baby.
Yeah, man, that's a good one again, man. Hopping them jewels. That's so true too. Not with prepping beforehand to like knowing as much as you can, but doing the reps too, just like doing the work, like you talked about. Right before this, we talked about inside the pre-show, just constantly doing those reps.
Yeah.
That was one of my like main growth spots inside of in improv was just learning how to like stay calm on stage and like how to really let myself show on stage, and it really just came through during that farm team run, just doing those late night shows each week of just doing the reps.
Yeah.
And it just got to a point where it was just like I didn't psych myself out each show now, right? Because I got so used to it. So yeah, so just constantly just doing the reps.
That's it.
Yeah, man.
That's it. And going into those deep parts of yourself, you know, facing the funk, face the mirror, face those things in the mirror, and in your journaling, in your quiet time, your alone time, to say, you know, this area of my life is not looking how it should. You know what I'm saying? Because usually when somebody can't stay under pressure, can't stay cool under pressure, it's usually something internal. Yeah, that's a trigger, of insecurity.
Yep.
And when that thing goes off, like for instance, performance, artistry, you know, for me with the comedy, I learned I had to stay calm. I can't allow the reaction that I thought I was going to get throw me off, because then I can't think to my next joke. I can't maneuver myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm not getting the response I didn't desire, I can't be like, oh man, they ain't laughing. Insecurity. You feel me?
Yeah.
Instead of staying calm in who I am, hey man, I'm a comic, man. Okay, y'all ain't like that one? All right, cool. On to the next. You know what I'm saying? Just not even saying that, but just in your mind being able to just, all right, on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? Just constantly. And it only comes from reps. It only comes from facing those things directly in the mirror. You know what I'm saying?
Two things on that. The first one, just again about this launch group thing. Right before we went on, we did like a warm up in the and like the teacher that warmed us up did like this new to me exercise where like we killed the messenger. So like we had to close our eyes, picture somebody who constantly who we see as like a face of judgment for you. They like have them start to judge you. They're like you kick them out. so it's like taking that doubt away from yourself, like right before the show starts, and end up making that stand there. But yeah. But then outside of that too, I don't forgot my second point there. But yeah, man. But that's real shit, man.
Yeah. Thank you, man. And speaking of that real, man, we're gonna hit these comments real quick.
Okay, we got comments already.
We do? Sweet.
You?
We don't. I don't see none. I'm sorry. We're not gonna hit the comments real quick. Well, we did hit the comments real quick, and we're gonna keep the show. Oh, Von Wink. He said, "Fortune favors the prepared mind." My man.
Absolutely. Great quote, Von Wink.
Yeah, great quote.
Where's my team Von Wink sign?
There you go. Team Von Wink in the building, man.
Good, you back, Von Wink.
Yeah, it's good. It's been a little minute, man. It's been a little minute. So today's group discussion, man, we're gonna talk about staying calm under pressure, as we've been talking. And this, we all know this came around the slap heard across the world. Yeah. So it was really we just looking at it from a standpoint of being able to stay calm, being able to take that heat, take that adversity, take a joke, you know what I'm saying, take an insult, and not reacting that way to where it throws you off, you know what I'm saying. So I want to talk about like situations that we've dealt with, like me and you, Dan, where we've felt some heat, felt some pressure, whether it be in the arts, whether it be in a relationship, whether it be among a family member, even a job sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, yeah, in business, it's a lot of situations that you could feel a certain pressure and and found it difficult to restrain yourself, either from reacting emotionally, reacting violently, reacting physically, or not speaking up for yourself. Even, you know what I'm saying? You had
Yes,
some moments like that.
both ways. Yeah, man. At first I wasn't thinking of something, but then you talked about your job, and I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah, that's why I was like, let me hit all scopes on him, so he can't hide from me.
I got a lot of triggers there. Yeah, man. My first go like real job post school. There was a lot of there was a lot of growth. There was a lot of growth there.
Yeah.
Looking back, it was really toxic. That's a sad story. Yeah, man. But you just constantly having to deal with coworkers. Some of them may not want you around, or they feel or they feel threatened by you. So like they're just constantly finding ways to try to knock you off of what you're doing. So I for those first few years, like I was really, well, I'm still a bit, but really sensitive to just the minor criticisms that like they might just throw at me. One of them was just like proofread and stuff, where like they would just, oh my, they would like scan through the stuff that I wrote, because most of my work is like marketing and like writing stuff.
Yeah.
They will scan through and just find the tiniest typos and send it to my boss. And it will be having me heated. so then like I was first just starting to stress about it, constantly looking over my work 2, 3, 4, 5 times to just, yo man, let me make sure this is right. Let me make sure this is right. And then I was doing that. Had to talk to my folks about it, but they're like, yeah, their big thing is like, don't let people see that they're trying, that what they're doing is working, like what they're doing is working. Like, don't give them that. So I was constantly just still being friendly, still being helpful there. And to for those first few years, that was me trying to stay calm there and learn how to really not take it as personal, and then find ways to work on it. Because they had a point where I was like, yeah, all right, when like you're in charge of the writing of the stuff, like you gotta have it through. So like they were writing substance, but so there was growth there of not constantly trying to stress about it, still finding ways to grow and to take it to take their criticisms and like find ways that they're right about it, but not taking it too personal that I start to lash out about them or just completely break down.
Right. Really good, man. Really good, Dan. I love that, man. That sparked some ideas in my head. I had a few situations that came to mind. One particularly, both of them are in comedy, and I'll say both of them. So one was this fellow comic. He's new in the game. I'm new as well. I'm 6 months, 7 months new. He's a little more new though. Like he actually, he was inspired by me to get into it, or I was one of his inspirations. You know,
right.
I can't take all the credit. And so he probably
I was his idol.
I ain't gonna say that, you know. But he been in it for like a couple months. So this was actually a month ago that this incident happened. We were at a particular spot for open mic, and I hit this open mic pretty often. I like the challenge that this venue brings. So we there. He gets on the mic that day, and he says a particular phrase that didn't strike me right. I know it didn't strike the crowd right, and I know it doesn't strike comedians right, which was, I'm not even a comedian. You know what I'm saying? He said that on stage. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man. So after the show, you know, we kicking it, we chilling back. So I was like, man, don't tell the people you're not a comedian, man. Like, and he like real quick was like, hey man, let me tell you something. And got my attention and then my man's attention and was like, hey, don't y'all ever tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm yeah, exactly, Dan. That's what I said. So I was like, it was like I remember that feeling of that choice to either go there or boom, hold back. And I held back. And I was like, because I'm not a violent type.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I ain't think nothing violent at all, but I was gonna when I say go there, I mean just cut it off to where we don't even have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me hear him out. I heard him out. I said, well, look, man, I apologize. It wasn't my place to say that. He was like, no, you can say what you say. I was like, no, it wasn't received. So I apologize. You know what I'm saying? You do what you do. You feel me? So
he's like, bigger man than me.
Like, yeah. So I chilled out, and it felt better to give him whatever he needed in that moment, and not go there with him. You know, just hold that restraint, stay cool. Everything ain't worth that sweat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
And being and because when somebody get you off your square, that's control. You know what I'm saying? If all I gotta do is say something to you and you thrown off, I got some control over you.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta stay poised in that pocket, man.
Good point, man. What was that second one?
The second one, what was the second one? I know it was comedy as well. It might have been time I was bombing, maybe. And it might have been one of those. I can't remember.
But just on what you were saying, me being checked is a pet peeve of mine.
That's what it was.
Because folks are thinking that I'm sweet.
Man. There you go, Dan. There you go.
I'm not. Yeah, go ahead.
Ahead. So taking direction in my acting career.
Oh, direct. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Because that's along the same lines of what you're talking about as far as like receiving critique and direction. So I remember I've been always dealing with this, and I had to really come to terms with how much I dealt with it. Like, dang, do I really have a problem with authority? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like I should already have had it. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have nothing to tell me because I'm coming in this boy on point. You know what I'm saying? I did my preparation. I did my work. Yeah. Why are you telling me something, man? Come on, man. So I had to learn. So the restraint for me came from, one, keeping my heart and ears open to being able to receive, and two, not allowing my mind to go there where I feel that arrogance or that pride to where I'm like, man, why they talking to me? There we go. That was so. Within all of that, there was a time I performed, and I didn't do so well. But I was on this run of doing well, and I didn't do so well at this particular venue. So it was a comedian there. I didn't know him as a comedian. I knew him as an Instagram star. So I'm like, man, this guy, you know, I ain't starstruck. I'm like, okay, that's my man. You feel me? So, but after I got off and after the night, my man came up to me. He was like, man, can I give you some advice? I was like, yeah. He was like, man, you gotta slow down. I was going fast. And I know if I'm going fast, I was nervous. So I ain't even realize it. So he gave me advice. And part of me is like, man, you ain't even a stand-up comedian, man. Like, this is what I'm saying in my head. Like, bro. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'll take my whips from learning myself, but you don't even do this. You ain't got nothing for me. So it's like as soon as I thought that, he pulled out his phone. He's like, yeah, man. You know, we be doing these shows. So he showed me these on his highlights of his stories. He got these shows that he been doing out of town where he been selling out and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, so you just don't do it in Detroit. I'm like, okay. So I had to like, okay. In the moment, it's still like, man, he still ain't got. So a couple of days later, thinking about it, settling on it. It's like, okay, you got to be able to take it or leave it, but stay calm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Oh man, you brought that up. That brought up two for me too. The first one, just on that same point. I've talked about it here before, but just like taking advice from like my boss, that I was like, all right, man. Like I know this stuff because this is me knowing like the stuff on the web and knowing like how to do social or like how to design stuff and all of these new tactics and stuff. Mm-hmm. And he didn't know that stuff, so like he leaned on me there, but like he still worked for years and like he still knew how to run teams and he knew sales and stuff like that too. But I wasn't hearing it because I'm like, yo, I'm teaching you how to have this stuff. So like when he gave me advice, it took every ounce of my body to not just go like, Will, why am I listening to you? Like I don't need a supervisor here. I don't know why you above me.
That's that restraint we talking about.
No, but that took the time because there's a times Yeah, because there's a time I clap back. But looking back at them now, man, those are some good mentors because they were really patient with me.
Right. It's like who do we think we are to feel like we have it all figured out where we can't listen to nobody? Like,
they were really patient because I was clapping, like I was clapping back, and when I clap back, it gets really sarcastic and just nasty.
Yo, that's so funny, man. Like,
oh man, but
that's the beauty of growth, man.
Yeah, man. But then the second one to start the transition here. I did start learning that there are times where you do got to stand up. So like that was my next phase of like that. Like you shouldn't let people say something that just lose it where you lose your control. But that next step is once you know how to control it, there are times to use that as like a tool too. So like there are times where you should start to really adamantly speak up for yourself. It's not a passionate tone, but it's still controlled. And like sometimes that's what you need to get what you want across for that. So
right.
Just again, like there are times where like you are working with people who like to bulldoze the team, or they like to lead a team and stuff like that, where somebody needs to speak up and fight back,
right?
And learning how to control it and learning how to funnel that into the right way. That's a very powerful tool to have in your tool belt.
Absolutely, because it's going to give you some type of energy, and what you do with that energy is on you.
Yeah,
and I love it, man. And one more point is a good opportunity for growth, and that type of stuff builds character. When you feel those high pressure, heated moments, those are bringing you the most growth. You know what I'm saying? Whether you do explode and you shouldn't have, you learn from those pressure moments.
Yeah, you do too.
Yeah,
that's true.
What can cause a person to lose control, to snap, or to go off? Like, what are some of those things that triggered you to really, all right, I'm about to say something, like where you did snap? And I think we had this thing where people have fight or flight, but I think there's also that middle ground where you fight, you fly, you skate, you get up out of there, or you freeze where you don't do nothing, you just deer in headlights. So what causes those reactions, you think, in people?
Yeah. That fight, flight, freeze is a real thing there too. Plus, well, all right. So one, there's like the nature stuff of just like like you feeling like this feels like a life or death thing. Sometimes that's like a real thing. Like
right, you feel that danger.
This is a live thing, and this is how it starts. This is how I'm going to react to it. But sometimes your brain just thinks this is a life or death thing, and then like you start to react to it too. So for me, or I think that a lot of that just comes to somebody just tapped into something that you're constantly trying to work on. Well, not even trying to work on, because most of the time you're not working on it that's why it does make you turn on that switch. But like something deep down in your psyche there that you don't want to really think about, and something somebody says kind of snaps into it, and that just lets off something inside your brain where that fight, flight, or freeze starts to poke in there too. So yeah, like we both said, when somebody tries to come in with the critique like that just switches that just switches me up. But it for me, I've worked on it. It's when I know that the critique is of malicious intent. Okay. It's like I'm like, yo, you not even. You're just trying to find anything now. That's when it really gets me.
It's an ulterior motive at that point. Yeah.
But now the fact that I've seen that, and I've saw it, and I've constantly seen it, so I've worked on it to the point where like that's not like a huge thing, but that was one of my main trigger points there. How about you?
So what would you say in those situations if you had to pick between the three? What was the your first response most of the time?
It will make, so it will, so my first phase would be a sort of flight, but it will just be like I will like shut down and just not,
okay,
just kind of
that's flight. I would say flight.
Yeah, flight. So
it might be a little freeze though.
Yeah, that could be freeze. No,
yeah.
well, there's a freeze example too that I have, but like most of the times, so like let's just count that as flight, where I would just be like, yeah, okay, and I would just shut off my brain from what they're talking about until they're done, and then just go, yeah, okay, cool.
Right.
It was in one ear and out the other, and I wasn't trying to hear it.
Yeah, you left mentally. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but then so like but if they kept poking during that time, where like that flight would just go into a fight where that's just enough there till they start to talk too much. I'm like, yo, you still talking about this? And you still talking about this? Then it will turn to a fight there. But then the next time that I have something, that will turn and that will start to be a freeze, which, not trying to sidetrack this, like I think that goes into a lot of procrastination too. Like that's a freeze for me. So looking at like when I did have to write something and like I did have a deadline date to get it, I will start to freeze on it because I'm afraid of these proofing things that I need to work.
Wow. So let me not do it instead of take it.
Yeah. So like that would really free that like so then I'll have this long to-do list now backed up.
Days backed up because you procrastinated on Monday, like
which was from a freeze because of what somebody said maybe months ago. So yeah,
that's beautiful. That's good, man. I think I would say I'm more so I do a mixture as well. I'm very like when there's danger around, I'm real calm. I could be calm, but I'm very observant. So I freeze in a way so I can analyze what to do. You feel me? So I'm like, oh snap, okay. And then like once my brain calculate, okay, that's the way out. Like we gonna slide out this way. We gonna make a move. Nobody really gets me off my square for real. Like I don't really get mad. Like you know what I'm saying. So the fight instance don't really be now unless I feel like okay, I need to speak up. Then boom, hey, you know we're not doing that, right? Like you know whatever it is. But yeah, I would say I'm more so a freeze and fight, freeze and fight. You know, I'll stop, but then I'll take action and see where I need to go. Absolutely. But when it comes to procrastination, man, I've been dealing with that so heavy lately, man. Just seeing why I do it, you know what I'm saying? And it really be you don't want to face the details of whatever task is at hand. You know what I'm saying? There's intricate details that you got to go through. But that's a part of the game. So you can't.
Yeah, man. Just a quickly trying to tie that back into the Will Smith stuff because we haven't talked about it a bit. Yeah, that was a quick fight or freeze type of thing where it's something inside the back of his psyche. Maybe when he heard the joke, or maybe when he saw his wife's face, something kind of just was switch off there, and Me personally just feel like he had no idea what he was going to do when he got up there, but he just kind of just naturally would just started to walk up there, and that was just what came out. So yeah, that's a very
smack this nigga.
right.
Keep my wife's name. Yeah, man, I agree.
Very fight, flight, or freeze right there.
It was a mixture of it all. And even though it would appear to be fight, it was still flight. You feel me? Like that's how I see it.
Ooh, okay, explain.
Yeah, we're gonna go a little deeper. In the moment we see the action done, he physically went to slap, but not wanting, but feeling that initial flight. Oh, okay, we good. We just gonna laugh it off. Feeling that, changing to you got to do something. Oh, if you don't do something, they gonna think you a punk.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, I ain't no punk. So I'm gonna do this just so y'all know I ain't flight. I ain't flew out. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was a mixture
That's a
of
good
that.
point. Yeah, that's a fear. Like he's
Comes
fear.
from fear. You're
Yeah,
moving out of fear. Yeah.
being looked at as like a flight guy, or
Exactly. Like a scary coward or
yeah,
something. Yeah.
like a freeze guy or something. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. That's a dope point.
Yeah, thanks. So I want to talk about the next how unchecked insecurities can be detrimental down the line, how they can cause these triggers that we talked about. For instance, in the case of Will Smith, when he did that, to me, that's what that was an insecurity that you feel like you need to do that in a public setting to stand your ground as a man, because a real man don't really need to prove that he a man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying Will Smith isn't a real man. That's not what I'm saying. But just there's no need to prove. There's no need to try to. Oh well, I'm gonna do. Hey, jump me in so y'all know I'm tough. Like if I'm tough, I'm just tough. You don't got to jump me in to prove it.
Yeah, when he was doing his press run for the film he won in and for his book, he was doing a lot of just talking about his whole life, and just like the things that that still affect him to this day, and like just like a bunch of his insecurities and stuff too. But us knowing or seeing Will Smith for the past 20 years. So like that he's the type of person that mask off that mask is it with his celebrity persona.
Yep.
So you can just tell just based on what you see that this is a guy who wouldn't want to directly work on it. He tries now, but like wouldn't want to directly work on it, but instead tries to cope with it like through his fame or like or through like that love and stuff. So yeah, you once again, this is me not knowing him. This is just me seeing him just based on the stuff I read, based on seeing him just throughout his life and all of that, and just like the stuff he talks based on stuff he talks about. But yeah, you see that there are still like some very unresolved things, and those things can come out in the weirdest ways, like we saw.
Yep. Yeah, because when they go unchecked, for periods of time, I know with me certain issues in my mental health, when I would allow them to go unchecked is when they fester and fester and fester until it gets to something uncontrollable. Because it's like if you realize you stunk, you smelled yourself. It's like, dang, I'm musty. But you instead of acknowledging it, you denied it. I was like, man, that ain't me. I'm just gonna put this deodorant on. You know what I'm saying? So another week go by, you like, and it smell worse. You just like, nah, that still can't be me. So now you just constantly masking it until now a month went by, and your wrench is so bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a funny analogy, but that's how insecurities, downfalls, triggers are in your life. When they are small seeds, you got to clip them, keep your grass cut. If you cut the grass once a week, it's gonna be better to maintain. If you only cut it twice in the whole summer, you're gonna be working super hard. On that one time you do cut it, you're gonna be cutting for 2 days straight. Just so get to the root cause of those things, face them head on, to be able to heal from them. You know what I'm saying? Get the proper therapy. Be honest with it, so that you can get to the root cause and not have a pressure situation come about where you can't. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. Plus it's like when you're inside a time where you're feeling like really high or low, that stuff can come out too. Like that was a very high peak point for Will, because that was the first time he was about to win like the best the big award there. So like he gets that rush, he gets the pressure there, he's sitting front row there. They've been talking about him the whole show, but yeah. So like when you're at your highs too, like that stuff starts to show too. Which is what
Denzel said.
Yeah. Exactly.
What do you think? What's your definition of a coward?
I mean, going on this is a person who's afraid to confront themselves. Yeah, man. I just thought about that one now. But yeah, it's most of the time you think it's somebody who when somebody comes to confront them, they got a fear of trying to confront that person that came to them. But like we said, like that whole restraint thing, or just confronting yourself about your stuff, because that can go both ways there too. How about yourself?
That's man. I'm gonna leave it on that note, man.
Really? No.
Yeah, that was a great answer, bro.
Yeah, man.
That was a great answer. That was a great answer because everything resolves within. Everything resolves from within. Because if I'm whole within myself, I'm not gonna feel insecure or bothered or feel. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm secure myself. Like me. That's why I'm comfortable with avoiding confrontation. I don't care that you think I'm soft. I'd rather avoid confrontation. That's me. Now, if you come just straight, you swinging on me, you came with the physical. Okay, I'm a defender. I will fight on that tip. But if you're gonna try to pop off at the mouth, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna rap with you. I'm not gonna shout with you just because you know what I'm saying. That because I'm calm within myself. So that's what it is. You gotta face yourself, and when you can't, like when somebody got to get physical, that it's been so much energy pent up in them that I need me a nigga to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you was already off yourself.
Yeah. Hey, there's a flip side too, because this is something that happened to me a few weeks ago, and I'm still trying to calm down from it.
Oh, yeah.
But man, I'm gonna try to keep the details light. But I had a real blow up with an old friend about some stuff where like when somebody shows you who they are, believe them type
believe that nigga, yes.
Where man, that talking about it now started to piss me off again about it. But we out, man. Let me try to say this story. But we out. He brings his friend with our group. We just out like don't tell Toe, but like in Greek town.
Greek town.
He brings his friend out, this girl that like he's cool with, but just like friend. He's just like friends with her, a long time friend with him, but like she's like she's wilding out.
Okay.
So then she's like constantly trying like get into fights and stuff, and so like towards the end, she started talking shit with some girl there, and my friend who brought this friend out, who claims this is an old friend from before he knew me, and like he knew me since high school, just let it play out. And I'm sitting there like, yo, so like I had to walk in, like pull the girl away. So like, cool. I was like, yeah, okay, bro. They walk out onto the street. I go to the bathroom. I come out the bathroom. The girl inside a World Star fight circle with like a cut in her eye. And this dude right this and he's right there, like outside the circle, like, come on. Then I look at like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Just get her out of here. Like, you don't gotta fight the girl yourself, just break it up. So like, so now I'm walking in and having to pull her out. And then like he just had you can just really tell the character of a person.
Yeah, when funk hit the fan, yeah.
I'm like, so you was gonna let her fight the whole time? Like you wasn't gonna break this up?
You weren't gonna do nothing, huh?
Right, yeah. So then you like, hey man, I got a rep to protect. Like, then don't bring her out.
Sorry, if she that bad, keep her at the crib, man.
I'm like, what is this? So then I just had to say, I like, yo, man, that was some bitch ass shit you just did.
So bad.
I'm like, yo, it's like not even about trying to fight the group there, but just de-escalate what's happening. Like, what is this? So like that, I don't even know how to tie it back in, but that's been on my mind for
but just suck an MC, suck a coward in situation.
It's like, yeah, like that is, yeah, like that's that fight, flight, or freeze there too, which is that's fight. Fight doesn't mean you literally have to fight the people in front of you, but it's you have to act on something.
Get to a resolve. Yeah. Hey, whoa, don't be doing that. Yeah. Like,
so like to freeze right there, just started to show me something. I'm like, yo, man, like I've been hanging out with you, and you would do me like this.
Right, you just watching it go down. Like, damn.
I'm like, now I gotta watch myself.
Right.
I'm like, how can I even trust you anymore?
Somebody got your back, man.
Exactly, man. So yeah, that you can really start to see it in like stuff like that, or just like how people handle. Yeah, so tying it back, how people handle being inside of pressure, like a situation like that, and seeing it and just seeing how they respond to it really shows a lot about somebody too.
Yep. And like they say, pressure busts pipes. So
they do, yeah.
You see what somebody made of when they put that pressure to you. Let's hit the comments, though. That was a great group discussion, man. Great conversation. Fortune favors. Oh, okay. More from the Planet Ant chant from Von Wink. More like the slap echoed around the world. Some of the people.
Right, Von Wink.
Some of the people I heard react to the incident, I probably never would have heard otherwise. Oh wow. Some people are like Ramona Fish when it comes to controversy. I don't know what a Ramona Fish is.
I don't know either. But yeah, but there has been a lot of takes on the whole thing.
Everybody has
that whole thing's been weird.
Yeah.
The whole thing's been weird to me. But yeah.
Yeah. Von Wink said Instagram star. Wow. Yeah, exactly, Von Wink. That's what I said. I was like, yeah, keep it moving, pal. Fall on your face enough times and eventually you will grow out of it. Part of acquiring wisdom is realizing that there are things you don't know. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Von Wink, my man. That's good. That's gold right there. That has been my process as well, is knowing that I don't know. Like being okay that I didn't know it. Like I'm going through the process to learn it. So if I come across something, I'm like, nah, this is what you were supposed to do. Is to learn.
That humbling process of knowing that you don't know stuff and trying to really humble yourself to get there, that's a whole like you really gotta tear yourself down for like a year. then you gotta build yourself back up because you can't just stay down there too.
Right, man. Right. Crazy. Did Dan ask any questions? Did Dan ask any of these people who were finding his mistakes why they didn't alert him to his errors rather than sending them to his boss? That's a good point.
I wasn't trying to talk them down. Like I'm trying to hear their feelings. That was my first few years in there where I had to learn and had to learn how to be friendly with folks while they trying to tear you down too. So learning that whole work dynamic was hard for me because I kind of reached the point where I was like, yo, what then? Like, don't talk to me. I don't fuck with you.
Back up, yeah.
Right, yeah. Like we not gonna just chat at lunch now. Like, I don't like you now.
Right.
But I had to learn how to put on that fake smile and play that game. But
play the game sometimes, yeah. More like 30 years. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was from the early 90s. This was talking about we still seeing Will Smith the last 20 years.
That's true.
That's 30 years, yeah. If you came in separate cars, why didn't you just leave?
What, me?
Mm-hmm.
I was about to. I
because you couldn't just flight. That's why.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That was it. Hey, man, I'm too loyal about me, man. I'm just too loyal to a fault. Which, looking back, that was what I was most upset,
with yourself. You'd be like, tip of my own.
With myself, the fact that I was just, I'm like, man, I've been too loyal to these people, bro.
Because you the prez out here too, man. You gotta think about that, man. You the prez, man.
I was like, what? I was like, what are they doing?
Yeah, man. It's crazy. Last one from Ron Wink. If the women started the fight, how is your friend's responsibility to pull her out of the mess she got herself?
You starting to sound like him now, Von Wink. Don't get me started. Shit. So what we supposed to do? Just let her get jumped?
Yeah. Just Von Wink said, let her handle her battles, man.
Yeah, you starting to sound like him now.
Yeah,
my point was, all right, if you like that, that is fine too. Don't bring people that you know are crazy.
Yeah, basically.
So like, man, prevention beforehand. So like, you can't have it both ways. Where like you can make these wild decisions the whole time, but then you don't want to live with the consequences of them.
Right. Come on now.
So you have to choose one. Now, if you don't want to do that, you know that you can just hang out with me. I'm like a pretty safe friend to hang out with because you know I'm not going to do anything like
no nonsense.
Like but don't bring out wild cards with you.
Yeah.
You knew she was a wild card because you said it. She's like, yeah, man, she gets the fights all the time. Then don't respond to the text. Like,
right, you gonna bring her around, hang around the president, you know.
Right.
Man, but let's keep it moving, man. That was a dope group discussion, dope comments, man. Let's get the gem of the week, man, so we can get up out of here.
Yeah, man. Gem of the week is the Will Smith book, man. So like I was saying, Will Smith wrote a press book out there. Well, he wrote a book about his life that he had felt like a long press run on. Like he did a press run on this book for the whole 2020. For the whole 2021, it felt like. But yeah, he just talked about his life from his childhood. He talked about his parenting. He talked about his dad or his stepdad just inside that household, and like how he was afraid to confront them just on like the way that they treated his mom and him. And like those type of things just constantly wore on him, and like that led to like his psyche and stuff. He talked about just moving up in Hollywood as well, and just trying to become the largest or the best superstar in the world. So yeah, he talked a lot about his life there. He really went into his own psyche, which is a great thing. Like you said, that's his new phase of trying to confront those things from his past. So that's great there. Oh man, we were just about to wrap.
Oh, y'all was. I'm sure y'all was.
Man,
it is me,
Heresy brother, bro. It's nice to see you.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Yeah, it's nice, man. How you been?
I've been excellent.
There it is. All right. All right, you. Okay.
Man, look. Look. Enough of the nonsense, all right? I keep talking my lighter out, but don't worry about that.
Come on, man. Pay your bill.
Man, look. I'm going to get straight to the point here. Me, conspiracy. I had to do my duty and my due diligence. And I had to go down to LA and have a word with these brothers about this fiasco debacle in Sacamo that went down at the Oscars. Now, as we all know, we know what happened. But me, the conspiracy, I had to console my brothers. Because when somebody do something, they steal your brother, man. Brother, man. So I got Chris Rock and Will Smith in the same meeting to discuss their different sides.
You did?
Oh, yes, I did, brother. It wasn't in the media, because the mainstream media wants to plan a scheme of tearing the black man down, because that's all the whole ploy was. They conspired conspired a way to manipulate the mind of Will Smith to get triggered to order to slap this black man across the face on live television so he wouldn't be able to see his vision.
I don't know about this one, man.
You don't understand, you don't see, because as the conspiracy because let me break it down to you, brother. Let me break it down. Because there was a plethora of black Oscar winners on that beautiful Sunday night. But it was all misconstrued with the slap, man. You ain't know, I bet you didn't know Lovely Quest got a Grammy.
Questlove, yeah.
Yeah, he got an Oscar. An Oscar for a project that he did. But you ain't talk about that, did y'all? No.
I mean, that was the one that Chris Rock was there to present, but go up.
But y'all didn't talk about it because of the slap. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
All right, fine.
And it was more black winners that was misconstrued because of the slap. Steph Curry, NBA All-Star, 6-time. How many championships he got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-time champion. Best 3-point shooter in the history of the NBA. Steph Curry.
Okay, you don't need to explain who he is.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I just figured out who the brother was. But I did know that he won an Oscar. But it was all taken away by the slap. Because it was all a scheme. It was a ploy. It was a plot to destroy Chris Rock, destroy Will Smith, take the attention away from the black winners. And another thing, y'all had episode 100 and didn't invite the conspiracy. You ain't show a clip, a snippet, a dip it, a trip it, a tie knot, a nothing. I can't believe y'all.
Listen, man, we forgot about you. We started to prep the show. We made clips, and somehow you got lost in the shuffle, dude. I'm sorry. I know you were our first guest, and you weren't. Oh, all right, calm down, calm down. See, this is that whole flight thing we were just talking about, man. This is the trick, huh?
I'm all fight.
Okay, all right. You don't need to be a big tough guy, conspiracy brother. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing. Really? Okay, all right, fine. Okay, I'm not sure. He got into his feelings. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, we forgot about him last week. So I'm glad he showed up, and apparently he couldn't show up last week because he was helping out Will Smith and Chris Rock, which I don't really believe him, but I guess I'm gonna have to take his word for him. Yes, no, it's just me on here because I think I'm just gonna wrap it up then. All right, Mask Off episode 101. Final shout outs here. Let me. Are there any shameless plugs? Man, of course, Malachi comes back for shameless plugs.
Oh man, hey, sure. I was in the bathroom, but I heard shameless plugs. I was like, hey, you know that's me. What I got going? Today is 8th. Thursday, the 13th, we got the One Mic Thursday show. My mind's drawing a blank. May 1st, ear-to-ear premiere. That's the day after my birthday. 2 shows in Grand Rapids on the 30th. That's the day after my birthday. Sorry. The 2 days after my birthday is the ear premiere, May 1st. Thursday, the 28th, will be my birthday celebration at the One Mic Comedy Show. So if you want to come celebrate your boy, celebrate my birthday, pull up on your mans.
Absolutely.
And then Thursday the 14th, that's what I have on the 14th. I'm at Zell's Corner, 420 friendly spot. So any smokers want to come through, kick it with your boy while I rock the mic, pull up on your mans.
Booked and busy.
Yes,
Busy. Like so I'm not performing this Saturday, but for the next 2 Saturdays from there, I'm at Go doing their showdown. So those are like the short form games that they got there. And then like I said, right at the top of the show, those long form sets with that launch group starts in June on Sunday at 7. So
dope, man. I would love to catch some of that, man.
All right, yeah, man.
And Saturday too, me, Uncle Smooth, Nico Hall, we're gonna be at this place in Southfield, man. I got tickets on deck, so hit us up for that too.
Absolutely. Watch them on the ground. Yeah, but that's it for us.
Yep.
Take it out of here.
This has been episode Mask Off 101 Under Pressure. Under Pressure. Thanks for everybody rocking with us, man. We one episode into our 100th season now. But 101, man, we're gonna keep this thing rocking. Shout out to everybody rocking with us. We love y'all. We out. Bow.
Yeah, shout out to Tony Jake.
Yeah, shout out to the folks, man. We getting it in. Mask Off all day. You know what I'm saying? We rocking for 1,000 more. Under Pressure.